Oh, it is the Monday here we got going on, 8:06, 48 degrees with some broken clouds out there this morning. The sunshine will peek on through later this afternoon, and we're looking at afternoon highs of about 55 degrees, somewhere in that ballpark. Look who's up bright and early and on the radio. Jon Mills from TV 13. How are you, man?
Andy, great. Thanks for having me in here.
I'm glad you're in.
You mentioned the sunshine, and I can see it right out these wonderful windows here at the Park Row Village.
Our beautiful view from high atop the Park Row Mall.
It's going to be a nice day.
Yeah, hopefully.
Maybe not so much tomorrow.
No?
Well, rain.
Oh, yeah.
In the forecast.
You got up and watched the TV 13 forecast, didn't you?
Yeah, you got to watch it, right?
So
every morning.
You're here in town for TV 13.
That's
and
right.
You cover Muskegon.
We do. In fact, that's where I start and end my day.
Yeah.
Muskegon. And believe it or not, I pinch myself. It's been 15 years.
Have you really been here 15 years?
Yeah. I came to Muskegon after working in Lansing in the market there. Made a stop there, made a stop in Kalamazoo, but this is where I've found and made my home.
Yeah.
Covering the news in Muskegon County for WZZM.
Sure. Talk a little bit about some of the things over those 15 years that you've seen.
Oh my goodness.
Come and go in Muskegon. Some of the, I mean, what out of the 15 years?
Sure.
Give me the top story that you've covered.
Well, okay, all right. That's hard to do.
I would imagine.
In radio for so long as well. Just the different concerts that have come to town, the performers that you probably interviewed.
Sure.
But you know what? I'll talk about this. I'm excited about what I see happening in Muskegon's downtown.
Mm-hmm.
When I started here, of course, the Muskegon Mall was still there.
Yep.
For a brief while, we had our news bureau, the office that I work out of every day, in the Muskegon Mall, the old Savings Bank building, which is still there in downtown. But it's been a neat experience to see that mall start to lose its luster. Mm-hmm. The new mall be built. That old mall come down, and now this kind of resurgence of kind of development downtown is exciting, and I'm excited about where Muskegon's going as a community. The farmers market I think is incredible. We've been there with the family, and just a lot of things happening. The breweries and the coffee houses and the restaurants, and the hockey team's still in town, and so it's exciting to see what's happening in Muskegon.
See, I'm with you on that because I've been here about the same amount of time.
Okay.
I think I started out here in about 1998.
Yep.
On
Sounds
here.
Right.
And to watch the end of, like you said, the mall and the resurgence of downtown and all the questions being asked, what's going to become of this, what's going to become of that, and kind of hearing some of the behind the stories things here and there over the years, you really feel that the turn is about to be made in Muskegon for a lot of great things.
And wouldn't you rather have slow and steady progress as opposed to very significant little teeny spikes? It seems like Muskegon's been kind of the slow locomotive chugging along.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Towards something that's great. Not happening probably as fast as many of us would like.
Well, I mean, it's an instant gratification society nowadays. Nobody wants to wait for anything.
But these there's still challenges.
Yep.
But boy, Muskegon's a great place. I tell you what, it's what drew me to WZZM all those years ago. Is because we're the only station in the Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, Muskegon, Holland market that has, in this case, an office on the lakeshore.
You do.
And so it was the position that I wanted. I applied for it. Thankfully, I was hired. When I first started in Muskegon, we had an office in the TCI building.
Really?
Over on Broadway.
TCI cable.
Just a little closet.
Talk about 100 years ago.
I know. Then we went down to the Muskegon Mall, as I mentioned, and now I start and end my day in the Fracano Place building. Yeah.
So you shake Ted down for a free pizza once in a while?
I do my best.
I would.
I do. Once a week though. Ted usually has donuts, and that's
cool.
kind of nice.
That's a good guy.
Anyways, great to be here to talking about WZZM representing the station and hearing about your new.
This is the beginning of week 4. And
awesome.
the community's been really receptive, and people have just been fantastic about the new endeavor here. We're excited.
I remember a few years ago doing a story about when satellite radio became kind of a new thing, and talking to some station managers and station owners, and they were saying that radio needs to be local, and that's what you are. So congratulations, good luck as you kind of move through the rest of the year.
Yeah, we had at a launch that you just can't even imagine.
Awesome.
For our little radio station here. It's been great. It really has.
Good for you.
Now, you guys have got some major stories coming up on 13 over the next week or so.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The month of November is going to be an exciting month. Keep your eyeballs on WZZM, not only for the stuff you come to expect from us, breaking news, great weather, sports, all that, but also just the special reports that we're working on, which starts tonight with a big story that Lee Vandermeed has been working on. He's, in charge of our watchdog team now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, it needs kind of that little stinger, doesn't it?
Tell you what, you see Lee Vandermeed knocking on your door, you might want to think twice about answering because he's probably going to be asking you some questions.
So it starts tonight with a big story he's been working on, just looking at trains in West Michigan and car versus train accidents and some amazing kind of video from the front of those trains and the number of close calls that there are. And, we hear about these crashes that happen. Yeah. Sometimes it's accidental. Car gets stuck on the tracks or breaks down or whatever the case may be. Sometimes people are just not using their noggin.
When I left radio here in Muskegon a couple of years ago, I took a job with a NASCAR Sprint Cup team.
Okay, yeah.
The Furniture Row Racing guys.
Yep.
And one of our associate sponsors on that car was CSX Railroads.
Okay, yeah.
And we went across the country with the message of trains and train safety. I Brake for Trains was the name of the thing. Now, here's the thing that people in Michigan don't really stop and think about when it comes to trains. We don't see them as much as the central states throughout the entire country because, we're a peninsula state. We're not a pass-through state.
That's right.
Trains are everywhere.
Yeah.
And in Michigan, we don't see them as often. So I think people around here try to kind of break the rules around trains because they can. And they don't see the kind of, but he's got all this stuff.
Yeah, tune in tonight, 6 o'clock. So
wow.
that'll be the first of
They're nothing to mess with.
No, definitely not.
Nothing.
Take a look and you'll see.
Yeah.
But that's just one of several watchdog stories that we'll be doing throughout the month and other on kind of the whole issue of landlord and tenants and who has more rights, the landlord, the tenant. It's real difficult for these landlords to get tenants out. And so we're going to take a look at that.
I could never rent a house to somebody.
I tell you what,
I could never do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't even rent. We got a cottage. It's like, do you want to rent this out for the week? No.
I know.
I love people, but no way are they staying in my house.
There's some real interesting concerns with that we're going to explore on our watchdog reporting later this month on that. And then also I'll be taking a look at some information that came out a few years ago about air quality in the state and which zip codes have the worst air quality issues. And I'll give you a little teaser here. One of them's here in Muskegon County.
Is it really?
And we're going to take a look at that and see if that information is still relevant or if it's been impacted by the closing of the Sappy Fine Paper Mill, West Michigan Steel down on Western Avenue next to the Fricano place.
Yep.
So lots of great topics that are important to our viewers, important to our community here, and we'll be exploring them. And lots of fun stuff, too.
Yeah.
We're going to take a look at the sport of log rolling.
Fun. Yeah, I love that.
I
love that.
I'd like to try it.
No, I wouldn't, but I love watching it. Looks like a broken back to me, to be honest with you, but I love watching that on TV. I think that's fun.
So that, and then Lauren Stanton's coming through with all of her great Try It Before You Buy It.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Lauren there, myself here for a second last night for rerunning the poopery story. We're sitting there watching TV last night, and my wife gets an alert on her phone. It says Andy and Dave are on TV 13.
Yeah.
Because she had us do that that poopery stuff.
Yeah.
Where you spray it in the jug and then...
Did it work?
Oh, yeah. I had to walk into the bathroom after Dave. You've been around Dave. I've been around Dave, and you know that he's kind of a garbage gut. So I would say that I would give them a good C+ as far as poopery goes.
I'll give you a little insider information here. If you missed it last night, Lauren Stanton had a full 1 hour special on her Try It Before You Buy It items that she's done throughout the year.
Yep.
We're going to rerun it during the holiday season as well.
Oh, good.
So keep an
Something for everybody to look forward to.
Yeah.
Andy following Dave into the bathroom.
So date yet to be determined, but those are always our viewers really connect with those. Try it before you buy it.
Sure.
And then we're going to really hit hard the month of November and watch in December as well. Just our Made in Michigan stories. You know, we're really trying to tell those success stories, those companies that are finding new innovative products, new ways to do things right here in Michigan, keeping people working.
Awesome.
So
awesome. I'm going to give you a tip on a story right now.
Let's do it.
All right, you ready? There's this group here in town. They're called the Muskegon Auto Care Group.
Okay.
And what they do is they find somebody that needs a car every holiday season.
Oh.
These guys, they're all Napa service centers, and they all fix it up with Napa parts and this, that. It's a completely refurbished car.
Yeah.
Safe, reliable, and they find somebody to give it to them, and that's happening December 20th.
Awesome.
So get your camera and be ready to go.
We'll do it.
You got it.
And anyone that has any information like that,
What about a tip? I mean, is there a number?
Well, you know, WZZM13news.com is our website. You can email us, you can call us, and let's keep the lines of communication open between us, between the community.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of great stories that need to be told, and that's part of the reason I'm in Muskegon County every day for WZZM. So,
well, we're glad you are, and TV 13 is my favorite channel of choice.
Thank you.
For news and things like that, and to think the time and energy you guys spend investing in Muskegon, we should pay you back and give you a chance to promote what's coming up, and we certainly appreciate it.
And we appreciate the opportunity.
No, we appreciate you.
Come on now.
Jon Mills. Jon Mills from TV 13.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll put this up on MuskegonRadio.com a little bit later on today so you can relive it. And thanks again for the rerun of the Poopery story. Proudest moment of my life right there. How about some Asia? It is Heat of the Moment, and it's on Muskegon's 100.9.